your backs this morning? Nice to see you guys. I don't know about you guys, but you know, the world just seems so unpredictable and uncertain. And I can't remember if I said it to you or another class, but I feel like this is really teaching us to be present. I know I feel like I can't plan for anything in the future because we just don't know what's going on. And it's hard. And for me, especially when things continue to change, they reopened, this week they reclosed. So today I just want you to be in your body. Just experience being in your body in this moment right now. So as you settle in here and find a little bit of stillness, just notice if you have any places in your body where you feel pain or tension or discomfort. If you're lucky, maybe you don't have any of those things, but for most of us, maybe we have a little nagging something. But just become aware of that. And then notice all the places in your body that feel good, that feel smooth and comfortable and soft. And then if you had any places of discomfort, can you let those places of ease and comfort start to radiate out through the entire body so you feel ease everywhere? Just notice if it's hard or easy to cultivate that awareness of ease. I'm going to try and do that as we move through class. So there may be some poses that traditionally you feel some tension. I want you to see if you can think of that sense of ease as you move into these poses. So just take a couple breaths here in and out through your nose. And meet your arms by your ears, nice big morning stretch. And hug your knees in towards your chest. Just find some movement. Maybe noticing when you hug your knees in, maybe you feel a little bit of restriction or just morning stiffness. Seeing if you can find that sense of ease and let it soften any areas that might feel that way. And then keep your right knee hugged in, extend the left leg onto the mat. And then see if you can tap into a sense of softness as you take the hands behind the right thigh and start to straighten your right leg up towards the ceiling. So for most of us, we're going to feel probably something in the back of the leg. Maybe you just ease off that a little bit, or see if you can just mentally cultivate that ease in the back of your right leg. And then rebend your right knee, take your right arm to a T and drop the leg over to the left for a twist. And come back up to center and change sides. Hug the left knee in, extend the right leg out. Notice here if you have tension in your face or jaw or neck, seeing if you can relax that a little bit. And then take the hands behind the left thigh, find that sense of ease as you start to straighten that leg up towards the ceiling. And rebend the left leg, take your left arm to a T and drop the leg to the right for a twist. And then come up to center, hug both knees in, just rock gently side to side. And then keep the knees bent, drop the feet to the mat. Just take the arms by the sides. We'll take some dynamic bridge. So inhale, roll all the way up. And exhale all the way down. Inhale, roll up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. And then just hug your knees towards your chest and rock all the way up so you can come into tabletop. However you want to get yourself there. And you have a little bit of time here to just find some movement. So maybe taking some cat-cow or wiggling your hips side to side. Just noticing as you start to move your spine, if you feel any places of resistance or tightness. And just trying to cultivate this idea of ease as you move. And just take one more breath. Once you take in the exhale, just come back to tabletop in your neutral spine. And then take your left fingertips, walk them across the body to the front right corner of the mat. Draw the left hip crease towards the left heel, maybe bending the right elbow, taking the forearm down. And then walk that hand back so you're back up in tabletop. And then walk the right fingertips to the front left corner of the mat. Draw the right hip crease to the right heel, maybe bend the left elbow. Then walk that hand back so you're back in your tabletop. Just bring your big toes together, sit the hips back, come into child's pose. And remembering that sense of softness, come into tabletop and make your way into your first downward facing dog. And if you're like me, you probably feel some bigger sensations in your first down dog. So maybe it's in the backs of the legs or your back or your shoulders. So just take some gentle movements. See if you can gently start to warm up the body. And then drop your knees down to the mat. You can untuck your toes. Take your right leg up and back. And then bend the knee and cross the right knee behind the left knee. So your knees are crossed, shins are crossed. And you can walk your feet away from each other towards the long edges of the mat. And maybe just press into the palms of the hands and gently take your hips back towards your heels. So it's kind of like you're moving towards child's pose. If it feels better, you can bend the elbows, take the forearms down to have a little support. And if you're like, I hate this, you can be into regular child's pose, uncross your legs. You just have another breath on this side, and we're going to do the other side. And then make your way back up to tabletop in the upper body and just uncross the legs so you're back in regular tabletop. Take a little wiggle of your hips side to side. And then take the left leg up and back. Bend the knee, cross the left knee behind the right knee, and then take the feet towards the long edges of the mat. Take the hips towards the heels, maybe bend the elbows, take the forearms down. And then come back to tabletop in the upper body and just uncross the legs, wiggle the hips side to side. And then sit back into child's pose. And then maybe flip the palms of the hands up towards the ceiling and really initiate that action from the shoulder. So it's not just the hands and the wrist. If that doesn't feel good, palms are back down. You have 2 more breaths here. And then flip the palms of the hands back to the mat. If they're up, make your way back into downward facing dog. You can still take some movement here, maybe noticing if this one feels any different just because it's your second one. Maybe it doesn't. And then come forward into plank. Drop your knees and lower all the way down to your belly. Take a gentle cobra, lift head and shoulders. And then lower everything down, press through tabletop to downward facing dog. Then walk your feet forward to your hands, coming to a forward fold at the front of the mat, and just holding here for several breaths. So whatever arm variation you like, maybe you're reaching for opposite elbows. Trying to tilt the top of the pelvis forward here. And then release your hands down to the mat. Take an inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant your hands right foot back for a lunge. Hold here for your inhale. Exhale, bend your right knee, tap it to the mat. Inhale, lift the knee, straighten the leg. Exhale, bend and tap. Inhale, straighten and lift. Exhale, bend, lower the knee, and just pause here for a couple breaths. Hands can be on blocks. It's not going to be a super long hold if they're not completely accessible. And then on your next inhale, straighten the leg and lift the knee. On the exhale, plant the hands and step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, take your right leg up and back. Exhale, bring the foot between the hands. Inhale, lengthen your chest. Exhale, drop the back knee and tap it. Inhale, straighten and lift. Exhale, bend and tap. Inhale, straighten and lift. Exhale, bend and tap. Inhale, straighten and lift. Exhale, lower it, and this time hold that back knee down. A couple breaths here, continuing to shine your heart forward. On your next inhale, straighten the leg, lift the knee. On the exhale, bring your back foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant your hands left foot back for a lunge. Inhale, straighten your right leg any amount. Exhale, rebend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. We're going to hold here for a couple of breaths. Maybe reach for those blocks if they're accessible. Noticing you're probably feeling some restriction in the back of the right leg. I know I am. So can you cultivate softness? And then rebend your right knee so you're back in a lunge. Lengthen your chest forward and twist to the right. Take your right arm, reach it up. Pressing that left heel back, strong back leg. Take an inhale here. Exhale, right hand comes down, step back to downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up and back. Exhale the foot between the hands. Inhale, straighten the front leg any amount. Exhale, rebend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten, holding here. Be using the breath to cultivate that sense of ease, especially in that front leg. And then rebend your front knee, you're back in a lunge, lengthen the chest forward and take a twist to the left arm up. Take one more inhale. Exhale, left hand comes down, back foot forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up to standing. And exhale, fold back forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, step to plank. Take an inhale here in plank. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Inhale, lift head and shoulders for cobra. And exhale, lower down, press through tabletop to downward facing dog. Just hold here. Noticing how the legs are feeling in down dog now. The spine feels. Cultivating that sense of softness. And then take your right leg up and back. Bring the foot between the hands, spin the back heel down, come all the way up to reverse warrior, right arm up and back. I'm going to take your right forearm to your thigh, left arm by your ear, extended side angle. And come up to warrior two. Straighten the right leg, reach the right fingertips forward, tilt the hips back, start reaching forward, and come into triangle pose. And then come back up to warrior two. Take your hands down, frame your foot, vinyasa or skipping, your choice, meeting in downward facing dog. Take your left leg up and back. Bring the foot between the hands, spin the back heel down all the way up to reverse warrior, left arm up and back. So keeping that left knee bent if it feels okay. Yeah. And then left forearm to thigh, right arm by the ear. And then up into warrior two. Straighten the left leg, reach the left fingertips forward, tilt the hips back, reach, and then hinge into triangle pose. Notice if you feel areas of restriction or tightness. Can you find places that feel soft and let them radiate to those other places? Come back up into warrior two. Take your hands down, frame your foot your way to downward facing dog. You have a couple more easy breaths here in your down dog. And then take the right leg up and back. Bring the foot between the hands, stay on the ball of the back foot, and come up into crescent, reach your arms up. And then draw the hands down to the heart, lengthen your chest forward and take a twist to the right, upper left arm to outer right thigh. And if you want, left hand can be on the mat, right arm up like we did earlier. You have one more breath here. Good, come back up to crescent, reach both arms up, and then take your hands down your way to downward facing dog. And then take your left leg up and back. Bring the foot between the hands and come up into crescent, arms up by the ears, just to start and get your legs set. And then bring your hands down to your heart. Lengthen the chest forward and take a twist to the left. Upper right arm to outer left thigh. Let the breath help you find comfort in this place where I know it's hard to breathe. Good. And then come back up to crescent, reach both arms up, and then take your hands down your way to downward facing dog. And then walk your feet forward to meet your hands. Take an inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. And exhale, bring your hands to your heart. And then reach the arms up by the ears. Take your right hand, reach for your left wrist. Reach up through the left fingertips and take a side bend over to your right. And then maybe you slowly put weight into the left foot and cross your right ankle in front. But it's just, if that feels good, you have the ankles crossed, try and press equally into both feet. That'll help you feel more stable here. And then bring the torso upright and release the wrist, and then unwind the ankles. I think that's easier. And then stretch out through the fingertips. Take the left hand, reach for the right wrist. Stretch out through the right fingertips and take a side bend to your left. And if you want, put weight into the right foot, cross the left ankle in front. Press down into both feet. And then bring the torso upright, release the clasp, unwind the ankles so feet are hips distance apart. Take an inhale, reach up. And on the exhale, just cactus the arms, take a little back bend. Let's do two more like that. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, step straight to downward facing dog. Maybe you gently shake your head, yes and no, just to soften the neck. And then drop your knees, come into child's pose. And then make your way back into down dog. Walk your hands and your feet towards each other so you're in a forward fold at the center of your mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. And exhale, bring your hands to your heart. And then hug your right knee in towards your chest. Take the left hand to the outside of the right thigh. You can just use that hand to support the leg. And then reach the right arm up by the ear. Twist the torso to the right and take the right arm behind you. You can hold right here, or maybe you take the left hand, reach for the outside of the right foot, and straighten your right leg forward. That might feel crazy. You don't have to do it. But you guys are going for it. If that leg is straight, re-bend it. Bring your torso back to center, reach your arms by your ears, and then lower everything down and shake it out. I feel like they haven't done that one in a really long time with the straight leg anyway. All right, let's try the other side. Left knee, hug it in. Take your arms by your ears. I don't know if that's how we started, but we'll do it anyway. And then take your right hand to the outside of the left thigh and twist to the left, take the left arm behind you. So you can stay right here, this is hard. Or maybe the right hand comes to the outside of the left foot and you extend that leg forward. The leg is straight, re-bend it, come back to center, reach both arms up, and then lower the foot, lower the arms, quick little shake out. Ooh. And then back to mountain pose right where you are. Take an inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, step to downward facing dog. Then drop your knees down to the mat. Take 3 rounds of cat-cow here just on your own. And after your third exhale, no rush, back to downward facing dog. And then take your right leg up and back. Bring the foot between the hands for a lunge. And then walk your left foot forward just about a foot. So it's like a slightly shorter lunge. Send your left heel down to the mat and straighten your right leg. So you're in pyramid pose, kind of a weird way to get into it. I like to have my hands on blocks here. So if you want to elevate the torso, it makes it a little less intense. Again, we're just trying to find softness today instead of feeling that really huge sensation. Maybe you stay right where you are. Maybe you press into both feet and lengthen your chest forward, draw the belly up towards the spine. And then twist the torso to the right, take your right arm and reach it up towards the ceiling, or right hand to hip. Ooh, I rarely teach this pose. It's a really, really hard pose. It's not one of my favorites personally. And then bring your right hand to the block. Come back to a lunge, so rebend your right knee, come to the ball of your left foot. You'll probably have to sneak your left foot back a little bit. Blocks can go to the side, and then plant the hands and step to downward facing dog. Ooh, hello. Feel my whole body when I do that one. That's probably why I don't like it so much. Take your left leg up and back. Bring the foot between the hands, so you're in a lunge. And then walk your right foot forward about a foot. Shorter lunge to start, and then spin your right heel down and straighten your left leg. Maybe reaching for those blocks. Just taking a couple breaths here in pyramid pose. Now you know where you're going, so you can stay here if you want, or press into both feet, lengthen the chest for the collarbones. Keep the right palm on the block as you twist to the left, take your left arm, reach it up. Or maybe that hand is just on the hip. And then bring that left hand back to the block. Come back to your lunge, so rebend your left knee, seek your right foot back, so you're on the ball of the foot. Blocks go to the side, and then come to downward facing dog. Notice how your down dog feels. And then drop the knees down to the mat so you're in tabletop. And just bring your right foot forward between your hands so you're in a low lunge. Again, blocks can be under the hands. And for this one, just let the pelvis sink down towards the mat. So you may have to walk your right foot forward a little bit if it's behind the knee so you can sink the pelvis. And then just make your way out of that. So bring your right leg back to tabletop and take your left foot forward. Let the pelvis drop. Maybe walking that left foot forward a little bit so the ankle's under the knee, or maybe even a little ahead of the knee if that works in your body. And then just bring that left foot back into tabletop. And then your choice, you can come to sitting right on your heels here, or if you like to sit on a block, I just like the lowest setting. I'm taking it long so my sit bones can rest on the block and the tops of the feet are to the sides of the block. Actually, just close your eyes here, sit up nice and tall. We did some pretty big twists today, so just enjoy this neutral position of the spine. And maybe take the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers for a clasp, and just take a little shoulder opener here. And then release the clasp, just take a couple of shoulder rolls. And then you can stay up upright, or if you want, you can take the fingertips behind you and spin the palms of the hands towards you. So you're gonna have a little bit of weight in the hands, and I start to feel something in my quads, the tops of my thighs pretty quickly here. It just depends on your body. So maybe you stay here, or maybe you walk the hands just gently behind you so you can lean your way back. Just make sure that you're comfortable. If you feel strain in the neck or shoulders, don't take the hands as far back or even come back upright. No need to strain anything here. And then walk the hands back, come all the way up. If you have a block, you can take it to the side. Let's bring the soles of the feet together, knees wide for Baddha Konasana. I taught this to my college class this week, and it's called bound angle, A-N-G-L-E, but they were like, we thought it was bound ankle. And I was like, oh, that's funny. A couple of them thought that. Anyway, take an inhale, lift your chest, and exhale, hinge forward. Bound ankle makes sense too. Put your hands on your ankles often, I guess. Then lengthen your chest, come all the way up. I'm going to show you this next one first because this is not for everybody. So I want you to be really honest with yourself once you try it. But just watch me first, and I'm going to walk you guys into it. So if you have a block, you're going to take supported bridge to start. And I like it on the medium setting, but again, just watch me because I don't want you to have to tweak your neck to see me. So supported bridge, you're starting with your feet flat on the mat. And then you're gonna think of pulling your right heel towards your right butt cheek and taking the top of the right foot to the mat. So I don't know if you guys can see that, but I have my right heel really close to my hip, so my knee doesn't go in this weird position. My thigh is really parallel here, or my thighs are parallel here, so I don't tweak my knee. But this is a lot even for me. So if you can't get there, you're gonna stay here in supported bridge. And if you don't have the block, you're gonna have your hips down, okay? So make your way onto your back and grab your block. Take bridge setup with your legs, and then press into the feet, lift the hips. Again, block on the medium sitting is gonna give you a little more space here. And then really be careful, take your time trying to get into this, and then lift that right foot and pull the heel right towards your right hip or your right butt cheek. So you're on the top of that right foot. If you feel any discomfort in the back or the knee, come out of it immediately. Come back to supported bridge, right? Both feet would be on the mat. And then like we've been doing the whole class, can you find softness and place where your body's really talking to you? I know mine is. And then if you have the top of the right foot on the mat, just come back to your supported bridge. So sole of the right foot is on the mat. And then lift the left foot, pull that left heel towards the left butt cheek. You're on the top of the left foot. Again, thighs are roughly parallel here, so don't let that left knee splay out or do something funky. And if you have the top of the left foot on the mat, bring the sole of the left foot back to the mat so you're in supported bridge. And then press into the feet, lift the hips, take the block to the side, and just lower down and just pause right there. So let everything settle with your spine back in this neutral position. You may even want to walk your feet wider than your hips and let your knees knock in towards each other. We'll just take several breaths here. And then if your feet aren't wider than your hips, just walk them wide. Take your arms to a T and just gently windshield wiper knees side to side. Take this nice and easy. No forcing, just letting it be gentle. And then bring the knees back up to center. Pause there for a couple more breaths. And then take a gentle hug of the knees towards the chest. Take the arms to a T and drop the legs over to the right for a simple twist. And then draw the knees up through center, take them over to the other side. And then draw the knees back to center. You can stay with them hugged in or come into happy baby. And then hug your knees back in, give yourself a hug. And then make your way into any position on your back that is comfortable for Shavasana. And as you settle in here, notice those places that you identified in the beginning that maybe felt a little uncomfortable or stiff. Do they feel any different? Do they feel the same? Noticing the places that feel soft and easy. And letting that ease move throughout your entire body, just giving you permission to let go. Start to deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Circle your ankles and your wrists. Reach your arms by your ears, nice big stretch. Roll off to one side, pause there, eyes closed. Feeling at ease in your body can help you feel more alive. Press into your top hand, make your way up to a comfortable seat, eyes closed, hands at the heart. I am constantly amazed at our bodies. They are so magnificent. And the more I learn, the more I am amazed. I hope that you feel good in your own body. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.